joining me today. My name's Lou, and I'm going to take you through a Pilates foundation class. I really enjoyed putting this class together today because it has all the elements of Pilates, all the principles, which is so helpful for someone who is new to the movement, but it's also really great for a seasoned Pilates mover who is looking for a class to just slow down and come into their body, into their breath. This is the class for you. It's restorative, it's slow, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay. Oh, and all you'll need today is your mat and a small pillow. All right, let's get started. So find this position on the mat. And coming down to the mat, you might want to put one elbow down and then two, slide your body down. Take a moment at the bottom. Take a few deep breaths into your diaphragm and out, centering on the mat. Move your fingers down the mat, feeling that nice stretch through your collarbones. Placing your hands on your pelvis, so we're going to find our neutral pelvis, so where our hip bones and our pubic bone are on a horizontal plane, so neutral pelvis. And from neutral pelvis, then we're going to inhale, tilt towards our heels, and exhale, tilt towards our rib cage. So that pelvic rocking motion is a great warm-up for what's to come. On our next exhale, bring our hands back down to the mat, lengthening long with our fingertips. And exhale, we're going to draw our navel into our spine, pulling our abdominals in, pressing our hips up to the ceiling, keeping our chin away from our chest, and peeling down vertebra by vertebra back to neutral pelvis. You can check by placing your hands back onto your pelvis. Inhale, exhale, coming down, dropping that pelvis down, lifting up, feeling even weight between our feet on the mat, as well as our hands are pressing into the mat to lever our pelvis higher. Taking your breath in at the top and slowly winding that spine down slowly to the mat. Exhale, coming up. On the next inhale, we're going to raise our hands above, and we're going to push our pelvis at the same time, feeling that lovely stretch on the tops of our thighs, and then keeping our arms where they are and winding our spine back to the mat. And bring our arms back down. Inhale, exhale, tilting our pelvis towards our rib cage, peeling that spine off the mat. Pressing our hands into the mat, take a breath in, arms come over, hips come up a little bit more, take a breath in at the top, and then exhaling, winding that spine down. 2 more at your own pace. Enjoy these movements. This is my favorite Pilates move by far. I return to it often when I need to calm my nervous system, if it's feeling a little bit overwhelmed. My adrenals are in fight mode. This calms me down, calms my body down, and regulates my breathing. Okay, take a breath in and bring our arms out to our side. Hips Our heels are hip width apart. Taking a breath in and out. We're going to bring our hands up to the sky, but we're taking it slow. And it's like we're coming over a beach ball when we bring our arms together. So, inhale, coming in, and exhale to return to the floor. Inhale, slowly with control, pulling those shoulders towards the mat. One more. This, when we reach the top, we're going to alternate arms, lengthening long each way. As much as I'm reaching behind me, I'm reaching down and swapping over. Taking a breath as we change. Lengthen, lengthen, stretching those shoulders out and down. Returning to the top, bring your hands behind your head. We're going to do some curl ups. So take a breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to lift our head, neck, and shoulders off the mat, but keeping your navel pulled into your spine while you do it to create a C curve in your tummy. And inhale, exhale, lift up. Inhale, can you lift a little more? And a little more. And return. Exhale, lift, lift. On the next time that you're up, stay where you are. Can you release one arm or maybe two arms and reach for your thighs to pull you further towards your knees whilst creating that scoop in your tummy that we're looking for. And then bring our inhale, hands back behind our heads and return. Exhale, lift. Inhale, grab. Exhale, can you lift a little more? Inhale, hands behind your head and return. One more with control. Okay, let's try some dead bugs now. So let's move our legs into tabletop position with control if you can. If you need to leave your both feet down on the mat today, please do that, and you can just move your arms. I'm going to go for my two legs up today, and my hands are pointing to the ceiling, but my shoulders are pulled down into the mat. My navel is pulled into spine, and I'm in a neutral pelvic position. I'm going to lengthen my right arm behind my head and lengthen my left leg out at the same time. Exhale to return. Inhale to drop down. Exhale to return. Alternating. It's up to you how far you drop that leg, how far you lengthen it out. Keeping your pelvis steady, keeping it heavy. That's your anchor. Lengthen out through those shoulder joints and hip joints. Enjoy the stretch. One more each side. Bring your left leg down and your right leg down. Arms down to the mat. We're going to move into position to do our clams now. So grab your pillow. Okay, let's set up. So we want our hips stacked. Our legs are in a 45-degree angle, and our heels are in line with our tailbone, in line with our shoulder. So coming down onto our pillow, my hand is on my top hip for feedback to make sure I'm not rolling back. And we're going to go for 4-8-4. I'm going to say 4 each side, but we're not doing the other side just yet. So it is not about how high we can lift that leg. It's about keeping control. One more. Okay, let's lengthen our legs long. So in one straight line, you might want to fix yourself up a little bit. And we're going to lift that top leg up. I'm going to have my legs pointed for this because I'm going to really focus on lengthening out as I lower. So lift and lengthen to lower. Lift, lengthen to lower. If you need to, bend that bottom leg for extra support. 2 more. Keep that top shoulder away from your ear. Pulling your navel into spine for support of your spine. And stretch out your legs. Can you push down into the mat and just lift both legs? For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower. 1 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And while we're here, we're going to do a chest opener before we move on to the other side. So to set up for this, you need your bottom arm long and your top arm is going to meet that. And coming back into the same position for your legs as your clams, so at 45 degrees, heels are together. And we're going to draw a rainbow with our hands. And our gaze will follow that arm as it hits the ground. My knees are staying glued together, so I'm feeling a beautiful spine twist in this chest opening exercise. So inhale, exhale to drop, keeping those knees together for extra spinal stretch. This is a good one of my favorites. One more at your own pace. And return. All right, coming up slowly. Let's go to the other side for our clams. Fix myself up. You may need to as well. All right, so into position for our clams. Hips are stacked, heels are together. Lifting that top knee up. 4 more at your own pace. Keep breathing. And lengthening out your legs long. Bring your bottom knee in for support. And lengthen that top leg. Can you lengthen a little bit more? Feel that stretch through your hip joint. It's a good one. Now lift and with control lower. Lengthen, lengthen. 3 more at your own pace. And legs both out together now. Flex your feet. And we're going to lift both legs together, keeping this hand in front of you for support. So push into that mat, lift your legs, hold for 5, 2, 1, and down, and lifting again, and down. One more. Let's go with a chest opener. So same setup position as your clams. So hands on top of each other. And we're going to open up the rainbow. Making sure my knees are together. This is the side that I need the stretch on. I can feel it. Exhale to lower. You can stay there and really work into that stretch. Letting that shoulder drop. Inhale to close. Inhale, exhale to come down. Let it go. And back to center. One more. And return. Great. Now let's work on some prone back extension work. Just move your pillow away. Okay, so we're going to start with the Sphinx. So hands, I'm going to say just outside of your mat today. Lengthen those legs long, pressing the tops of your feet into the mat. So forward on the mat. Pulling your shoulders down, scapulas down and back. Lots of length between, lots of room between your ears and your shoulders. On the exhale, pressing into those hands, pulling your navel into spine and coming up. Exhale, pressing, raising up. Your gaze is just in front of you, pulling those shoulders back and down. And up. One more. Now let's lengthen out your arms in front of you. And we're going to alternate arm leg reaches here. So we're looking for length and keeping that legs straight as you can, because the tendency is to bend that leg when you raise it. So let's try and keep it as straight as you can. Exhale, come up a little bit, gaze is in front of you. Raise that right arm, left leg out. And lower, left arm, right leg, and lower. One more each side. And bring those arms back under your shoulders, slowly, gently pushing back into child's pose position. Taking a break here. Coming into your quadruped position. And we're going to raise our right arm out as well as our left leg at the same time. So alternate arm and leg. Slide it on the mat. If you need to just keep it here, that's fine. If you can, take a lift and return. Slide, find your balance and lift. return. Slide it out. 2 more each side. I think that's 2. And I wondered today, can we finish with a plank? If you want, let's see. How do you feel? Push one leg out. How does that feel? If it feels okay, let's bring the other leg out. You might be only able to stay for a few seconds, if that's okay, come back down. Otherwise, let's try and hold for 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down. Can we do one more? Keeping that navel into spine so you're really staying strong in that position. Slide your left leg out and your right to meet it. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back. And we're done. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that you were able to find your breath and find your center in today's class. See you next time.